This is the Bots and Bosses podcast. The only show where artificial intelligence, emerging tech, and digital disruption meet real world business. Presented by technologist, author, and no-nonsense navigator of the future, John Binks. It's Tech Talk without the jargon. Now, let's deep dive.
Welcome to the Bots and Bosses podcast, presented by John Binks.
This is episode 11.
And originally aired on August 1st, 2025.
Today's show is sponsored by Bots and Bosses.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're plunging headfirst into a topic that's, well, absolutely critical for anyone navigating the digital world, keeping our systems safe from malware. We're going to explore a new tool that's not just making waves, but truly being called a game changer in cybersecurity. You want to pay attention to this one.
That's important.
It really is. Our focus today is CISA. That's pronounced CISA, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. They've just released something pretty significant, a new, free, and automated anti-malware tool called Thorium. It promises to shake up how cyber defenders operate, and we're here to unpack exactly what that means for you.
And this kind of innovation, honestly, it couldn't come at a more crucial moment.
Yeah. Why is that?
Well, the reality in cybersecurity is that malware threats are constantly evolving. I mean, not just daily, but literally by the hour.
Wow.
Attackers are relentlessly innovating, and defenders, they need platforms that can keep pace or, ideally get ahead.
It's a constant race.
It is. The sheer volume and velocity of new threats are just overwhelming for manual processes. So this kind of automated capability isn't just helpful, it's absolutely critical for gaining, a crucial advantage in the digital fight.
So it's about speed, really.
It's about leveraging technology to respond at machine speed, something human teams simply cannot do on their own for every single threat that pops up.
That's a perfect way to frame it. So our mission for this deep dive is clear. We want to explore exactly what Thorium is, understand why it's being hailed as a breakthrough in the cybersecurity community, and then really dig into how it empowers cyber defenders. And just so everyone knows, all the information we'll be discussing today is drawn directly from official CISA announcements and their detailed fact sheets.
Straight from the source.
Exactly, ensuring you're getting the most accurate picture.
Okay.
Let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
To truly appreciate Thorium, I think we need to understand the battlefield it's entering.
Good point.
The digital landscape today is relentless. Cyber threats are escalating at an incredible pace, and, both the public and private sectors are in this constant race to react quickly and protect their vital systems.
It really is a high-stakes, asymmetric game where the attackers often seem to have the initiative.
Yeah, they do.
And that's precisely where Thorium steps in as a direct answer to this challenge. It's described as an automated platform that empowers cyber defenders to assess and combat malware threats at lightning speed. That's the term they use.
Lightning speed.
In ways that, according to CISA, haven't really been possible before. And what's fascinating here is its origin. It was created in partnership with Sandia National Laboratories.
Oh, Sandia. So serious brain power behind this.
Absolutely. Bringing together some of the nation's top scientific and engineering minds to tackle this problem. This wasn't just an internal CISA project. It was a concerted effort to push the boundaries of automated defense.
And in a world where advanced cybersecurity tools often come with pretty hefty price tags, you have to wonder about accessibility, right? What did the sources say about cost? Is this another expensive government contract?
Well, here's one of the truly surprising facts, and I think this is really significant. Thorium is available through CISA at no cost.
No cost. Really? Free?
Free. $0. This isn't just a budget saver for organizations. It's potentially disruptive.
How so?
Well, it democratizes advanced malware analysis. It enables smaller organizations, maybe those with limited resources or staff, to operate at a level previously reserved for, the big players with deep pockets.
That could fundamentally change things.
It really could. It lowers the barrier to entry for robust defensive capabilities.
So it's not just about what it does, but who it empowers. That's a massive impact. Okay. So what about its core functionality? How does it actually work to give users this adaptability you mentioned?
Yeah, what's fascinating here is Thorium's core functionality allows users to set up a highly customized and automated platform.
Customized?
It means it can quickly analyze threats and, importantly, dynamically add or remove tools based on the evolving needs presented by each new threat. Imagine like a digital chameleon constantly changing its defensive skin.
Adapting on the fly.
Exactly. Its ability to adapt is a true game changer because malware itself constantly morphs, right? No static defense can keep up effectively.
That makes sense. And I saw Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin had a quote about this.
Yes, that's right.
He said, just like individual tools in a toolbox, certain anti-malware systems are meant to be combat-specific. Thorium creates a customizable and automated system that streamlines the analysis and combating of malware with the proper tools.
That really paints a picture of tailored on-demand defense, doesn't it?
It does. A specific tool for a specific job, automatically.
And if we connect this to the broader strategic landscape, the sources highlight that this release is part of a pretty significant initiative.
Oh, what's that?
Well, under the current administration, CISA is described as returning to its core mission of protecting the American homeland in cyberspace, with a strong emphasis on innovation, action, and collaboration.
So this is part of a bigger push.
It seems so. Tools like Thorium are presented as tangible examples of what the nation's premier cybersecurity agency is capable of, really optimizing that public and private sector collaboration to bolster national security.
Right.
It represents a clear direction for how the agency views its role, not just regulating, but actively innovating and facilitating. It's about using government resources to benefit everyone, essentially.
Okay, so that's the grand vision, the what. But the real magic, the how, lies in Thorium's technical architecture. Let's pull back the curtain on its capabilities because here's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah, the specs are impressive.
We're talking about serious processing power. The sources detail that Thorium is capable of scheduling over 1,700 jobs per second. And processing an astonishing 10 million files per hour per permission group.
10 million, that's a lot.
That's an incredible scale of operation. What does that level of horsepower actually mean for a cyber defense team on the ground?
It truly is immense. So to break that down, Thorium is fundamentally a highly scalable, distributed file analysis and result aggregation platform.
Okay, distributed, meaning it runs across multiple systems.
Exactly. What this means in practice is that it enables workflow automation by integrating various types of tools, commercial off-the-shelf, COTS, free and open source software, FOSS, and even custom tools developed in-house.
And crucially, these are typically integrated as Docker images, right? I saw that mentioned.
Yes, Docker images. And that's key. Think of them like self-contained software packages.
Okay.
They bundle up Thorium's tools with everything they need to run libraries, dependencies, everything. This makes it incredibly easy to deploy them consistently across different systems.
Ah, so they just work regardless of the environment.
Pretty much, yeah. It ensures they work seamlessly every time, which dramatically simplifies tool deployment and management for security teams. No more compatibility headaches.
That makes so much sense. Simplifying what can often be a really messy process of getting different tools to play nice together.
Sure.
Can you walk us through some of the other specific features? Like, how does it handle things like easy tool integration, filtering, security?
Absolutely. The way Thorium is designed directly addresses common pain points for cyber defenders, building on that concept of simplified integration.
Okay.
So first, easy tool integration. Like we said, it uses Docker images. This means security teams aren't locked into specific vendors. They can use their preferred tools, whether it's open source like UIRA or ClamAV, commercial tools, or even their own custom scripts, as long as they can run from the command line.
Very flexible. What about filtering? 10 million files an hour generates a lot of data.
Right. Filtering is essential. You can refine tool results using tags and full text search. This allows analysts to quickly pinpoint relevant findings in what could otherwise be an overwhelming flood of information, sifting through the noise.
So it's not just about processing speed, but about making that data actually useful and actionable.
Got it. What about security and scalability, especially given those massive numbers you mentioned earlier?
Precisely. On the security front, Thorium employs strict group-based permissions.
Okay.
This controls access to submissions, the tools themselves, and the results. Vital for maintaining data integrity and confidentiality, especially when you're handling sensitive malware samples or forensic artifacts across different teams or even different classification levels.
Makes sense. And the scalability, how does it handle that load?
For scalability, and this is key for those eye-watering numbers, it leverages powerhouses like Kubernetes and ScyllaDB.
Kubernetes for orchestration.
Exactly. Kubernetes helps manage and orchestrate all those distributed analysis tasks across many machines, essentially acting like a conductor for a massive digital orchestra.
And ScyllaDB is a high-performance NoSQL database designed to churn through massive amounts of data at lightning speed. Together, they create the backbone for Thorium's incredible processing power, ensuring it doesn't buckle under the pressure of millions of files.
That truly sounds like the foundation for something robust and future-proof.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the actual workflow? How would a team set up these automated processes, and how would they access the results?
Good question. So for pipelining, which is really key for automation, it lets you define event triggers and sequences for tool execution.
Like if this, then that.
Pretty much. Imagine setting up a rule. If a certain type of file, say a PDF with active content, is detected, automatically run these 3 analysis tools, maybe a static scanner, a sandbox, and a metadata extractor.
Okay.
And if those tools find specific indicators of compromise, then send an alert directly to the incident response team. This creates truly automated workflows.
Taking the manual steps out.
Exactly. For workflow integration, it offers full control via a RESTful API, basically, a way for other software to talk to it.
So it can plug into existing systems.
Yes. Or it can be used through a user-friendly web browser interface or a command line utility, making it adaptable to different team preferences and existing security orchestration platforms, SOR tools, things like that.
Burstal access.
And for result aggregation, it automatically indexes the outputs from all these tools, preparing them for further analysis or easy integration into other platforms like security information and event management systems, SIEMs.
I'll look it all together.
Right. Making sense of the data.
And finally, there's a feature that really speaks to the spirit of collaboration in cybersecurity. Tool sharing.
Yes, tool sharing. This allows teams to easily import and export tools, those Dockerized packages we talked about.
Okay.
This fosters collaboration across cyber defense teams within an organization, or potentially even across different agencies or companies, sharing best practices and custom detections more easily.
That's great.
So, in essence, all these features combine to allow cyber defenders to bring robust automation to their existing analysis workflows through relatively simple tool integration and those intuitive event-driven triggers. It's about making complex, repetitive tasks much more efficient and less resource-intensive.
Freeing up human talent.
Precisely, freeing up the analysts for the harder problems.
So we've talked about what Thorium is, how it works under the hood, impressive stuff. But the big question for you, our listener, is, so what does this all mean?
Right.
How does this actually apply to day-to-day cybersecurity work? What are the real-world implications?
Yeah, this is where the rubber meets the road. The sources detail several specific use cases that really highlight its practical benefits. They paint a picture of how a security team might actually use this day to day.
Like what?
Okay, so for malware analysis, Thorium can instantly triage files using both static and dynamic analysis tools. Imagine a security operations center, a SOC, receiving thousands of suspicious files daily.
Which happens all the time.
Exactly. Instead of a human analyst having to manually run each file through various scanners one by one, Thorium aggregates results from multiple tools automatically. This can then trigger further, more in-depth analysis only for the truly high-risk files.
So it filters the noise up front.
Exactly. It speeds up the initial investigations significantly, allowing analysts to focus only on what truly requires their expertise, their intuition.
Okay, that's huge for SOCs.
Yes.
What else?
In host forensics, Thorium can automatically process forensic artifact files. Think about memory images from an infected machine, or maybe disk images from a server after a compromise.
Big, complex files.
Very big, very complex. Thorium can churn through these large files, extracting indicators, running tools, generating intermediate analysis results that would typically take human analysts hours, maybe even days, to manually extract and process.
So faster incident response.
Much faster incident response and quicker understanding of what actually happened during a breach. And then there's scaled tool testing.
Tooltip.
Yeah, it allows teams to assess the performance of their tools, commercial, open source, or custom, on benchmark datasets. If your team develops its own custom detection rules or scripts,
like YAR rules or something.
Exactly. Thorium provides a platform to test them at scale against thousands or millions of samples, dramatically speeding up the development and troubleshooting process.
So you can iterate faster, make your defenses better quicker.
Precisely. This iterative testing helps security teams refine their defenses much, much faster.
That's truly incredible. It really sounds like Thorium does the heavy lifting, as they say,
It does.
allowing human analysts to move from just scanning and clicking to actually strategizing, freeing them up for those deeper dives into complex threat intelligence, hunting for new attack patterns, focusing on high-level problem solving, rather than the more laborious, repetitive tasks. This seems particularly useful for federal agencies, SOCs, private sector security teams, especially those dealing with persistent budget constraints and, let's face it, chronic staff shortages.
That's a huge factor. It essentially scales human expertise without needing to hire dozens more analysts.
Right. But is it hard to set up? What about potential barriers to adoption? Is this only for elite government labs?
Well, addressing potential barriers, the good news, according to CISA, is that getting started is easier than you think.
Okay.
The prerequisites are actually quite manageable for most organizations with a basic IT footprint. Users need a Linux or Windows machine. They need Docker installed.
Which is pretty common now.
Very common. And a basic understanding of JSON files, which are just a standard data format.
Okay, so not super obscure requirements?
No. And installation and configuration guides are readily available on CISA.gov and also on GitHub. Critically, the tool was designed to be user-friendly, even for those who aren't malware analysis experts.
It's important. Accessibility.
Exactly. This accessibility means a broader range of organizations, not just those elite cyber teams, can potentially benefit from sophisticated, automated analysis.
That's a powerful statement right there. Thorium isn't just another security tool. It feels like a profound statement from CISA.
How so?
The government can still lead in innovation, and that speed and scale in cybersecurity don't always require complex procurement processes or expensive vendor lock-in.
Right. Leveraging open source, collaboration.
Yeah, and national expertise for the greater good of digital defense. It feels like it fundamentally shifts the conversation around advanced cybersecurity tools and who provides them.
I agree. It's a significant development.
So, to summarize our deep dive today, Thorium emerges as a free, powerful, and highly customizable anti-malware platform. It really reinforces the value of public-private partnership in digital defense.
Definitely.
Its ability to automate, scale, and integrate diverse tools positions it as a significant, maybe even revolutionary asset for any organization facing modern cyber threats. It's about empowering the defenders, really.
Absolutely. And that really brings us to a compelling question for the future, something for you to think about.
Okay, leave us with something provocative.
Well, given Thorium's advanced capabilities for automated analysis, and especially its free open source nature, how might this tool fundamentally change the competitive landscape for commercial cybersecurity solution providers?
Good question. Will they have to adapt?
Will it force them to innovate differently? Maybe focus more on services layered on top of open source tools like Thorium, or specialize in niche areas Thorium doesn't cover?
Interesting.
And more broadly, what new, deeper forms of public-private collaboration could emerge beyond just tool sharing? Could we see more government agencies releasing cutting-edge tools openly like this, fostering a truly collective defense model against shared adversaries?
Wow.
It definitely leaves you with a lot to consider about the evolving dynamics of cybersecurity and, frankly, who drives innovation in the future? Is it always going to be the private sector, or can government play a bigger role here?
A lot to mull over indeed. Fascinating stuff.
Today's show was human-inspired and powered with AI assistance.
Be sure to visit us, www.botsandbosses.com.
That's a wrap on this episode of the Bots and Bosses podcast. Remember, the bots are getting smarter, but you're still the boss. For now, see you next time.